Vigilant Broadcasting, the station of opportunity, presents The Chronicles of Doing Too Much with your host, Angel Riley.
Hello, and good evening. It is your favorite jewelry lady. Sorry, it's not a jewelry lady. I'm sorry, guys. I am cross branding tonight. I apologize for that. It is your favorite broadcast host, Angel Riley. How are you guys doing? I love you so much, and I apologize for that. You know, it's one of those days where I just have so much going on, and my phone's been ringing off the hook all day, and it just got me a little bit sidetracked. So I truly apologize for that. But how are you doing? I hope that you're having a wonderful week. We are at Hump Day Wednesday. And I don't know about you, but I am still pumped up from our previous broadcast where we talked about knowing when to make a power move and how to make a power move. So, you know, I can always try to make sure that I'm completely transparent on this broadcast. And one of the power moves that I've made for myself, you know, is actually coming out and launching the Chronicles. So we're going to walk through on the worldwide radio, the worldwide broadcast. So we're going to walk through this process. Together, as you know, as we're building the Chronicles out. So always feel free to give me some feedback. Let me know what you think about the topic. And then we're going to eventually have some show guests. So probably within the next month or so, we're going to start interviewing different experts in the various fields to cover all of the topics that we're having these really great candid conversations about. So we are ready. We made that power move. The Chronicles is a power move for me. This is the time where it's like my back is up against the wall. I'm ready to take us to the next level with the Chronicles of Doing Too Much. You know, so now let's set it out. We said we're going to be strategic about this. We're going to have that plan in place. And that goes right into tonight's topic where we're going to make that plan plain and clear. It amazes me, and you know I should have pulled some statistics about this, but it amazes me at how many businesses are launched without any type of business plan, without any type of vision, without any type of mission. It is you wake up one morning and you just launch a business. And I actually took a course, a workshop, a small business workshop course. It was a series of two courses, and we got a lot of take home material that I'm able to use for my lifetime with Texas Wesleyan University, which is the sister college to my undergrad. I graduated from West Virginia Wesleyan College, but Texas Wesleyan University, they had their business school did these workshops on how to set up a successful small business and profitable small business, and how to run a successful and profitable small business. So I signed up for the workshop, paid the money, and went to the courses, the intense boot camp, and so forth. And it was just amazing. And I remember in that class that the instructors gave us statistics on how many small businesses just go out and launch with no type of plan, with no type of accounting background, and those businesses are the ones that fail. But because we all are tuned into the Chronicles, because we are going through the cycles of life and growing and building and making sure we live the best life possible, we're not going to fall into that trap. We're going to be amongst that top percentage of where if entrepreneurship is truly you stepping outside of, you know, your comfort zone. If entrepreneurship is you truly making your power move. We're going to be strategic about this. We're going to be intentional about this. We're going to be boss with the capital BOSS. We're going to be boss about this, and we're going to make sure that whatever we set up, that empire that we're building, is going to be profitable and sustainable. And so the first thing that we have to do when we say our back is up against the wall, we're just going to go out and do it. You know, even if you already launched that business, even if you already launched that show, that radio show, you know, like we have here, you know, we're going to continue to build. Even if you are already in the midst of it, it is not too late to go in, dive in, and continue to set yourself and to set your business and to set your venture up for success. And the first thing that you want to do is establish a vision statement and a mission statement. Now, guys, in 2016, I hired a business coach to help me set some things up. And then a lot of the stuff that I kind of laid out in that plan in 2016 are going to come to fruition here 3 years later in 2019. In 2018, for my network marketing company, I did that same business coach because I think she's absolutely wonderful. She's an income strategist, is what she says she is, and how she's branded herself. She did some specialized training for my team, just to help us look at the bigger picture. And even with that, when I worked with her for the first time in 2016, when I brought her to my, larger team for my direct sales company, she started that whole process out the exact same way. And that process started out with, you have to have a vision, you have to have a mission. So I want you to take pause. I don't want you to get all discouraged and say, oh my God, this is about to be so difficult. I'm going to be here. I'm going to walk you through the steps. And I like things to be easy. I like things to be broken down to the lowest level possible. And, so that's going to be how it is. With me, I have this concept of 5 steps or less because you lose me personally. And this is just, I'm being completely transparent. If you're giving me a whole bunch of steps or a whole bunch of directions, I'm going to stop paying attention. So, because I'm overwhelmed. I'm like, that's way too much. So everything that we do, I want to make sure that I break it down into the simplest of terms for you, especially as we get into the nitty gritty of entrepreneurship, and that power move is entrepreneurship. And so the first thing that you want to do, and this is regardless, let me just back up before I start talking about how we develop that vision statement and how we develop that mission statement. The first thing that you want to do is determine what type of business that it is that you want to do. So if you already have that craft, if you already have that knack, if you already have that expertise, then at least you know exactly what type of business that you're going to launch. So start doing your research about that business. We're going to talk a little bit more about that in our upcoming episodes about doing resources, using good sources, building that solid marketing strategy, knowing when to deploy the experts. We'll talk a lot about that over the next coming weeks. But for right now, we are at the beginning stages. We're making that power move, and that power move is called entrepreneurship. So you look at that. I told you guys I'm very transparent about that. I'm in network marketing, a direct sales company. And even if you're going to choose that route, and I am an advocate, a strong advocate of network marketing, direct sales, a huge advocate of those, because that's basically the launching pad into entrepreneurship. Many of us come into those businesses and we're very successful in the businesses, and we make a lot of money. But sometimes you don't want to be completely committed to the brand or of that network marketing company. So even when you're coming into that company, we say, what is your why? Why are you doing this? That why is essentially your vision or your mission. So your why, if you use the network marketing as your business, as your leap into entrepreneurship, you're going to say why. Is that why that I want to be debt free? Well, that's your vision for that network marketing company, because that's your goal. Ultimately, that's your goal. That's your vision. So that is really important. That's a great thing to see. So when you're vetting the various network marketing companies, make sure you're vetting a company that fits your lifestyle. Make sure that you're vetting a company that it goes with and pairs perfectly with what your belief system is. Because that's where you're going to truly see success. A lot of people go into network marketing, they have bad experiences, and that's unfortunate. A lot of people go into network marketing and they bounce around a lot of different companies, and that's unfortunate. But when you truly vet it out and say, this is what I want to get out of this, this is the vision that I seek, this is what ultimately that goal is, this is my why, that you're going to stick with that company, you're going to grow with that company, you're going to be successful with that company. And it's also going to help you stay on focus. So using network marketing, which again is a great launching pad into entrepreneurship, I advocate many people to do it. It's a great way to build residual income. It's a great way to see, if you're truly ready for this next step. And it's a great way if you're launching into another business. This is a great way to build that capital, that investment capital, and give you contacts. We talked a lot about our personal board of directors and grabbing that person who is highly connected. Let me tell you, network marketers, just the pure name of the type of company that they're in, are letting you know that they have deep contacts. They're constantly prospecting, constantly recruiting, constantly in front of people with the product. If it's a product based or the service, if it's service based. So I am a strong advocate in network marketing. Later on, we'll do a whole series on network marketing success factors and how to vet the right network marketing company for you. We'll do that in the future. But right now, we're saying we're making a power move. We're looking at entrepreneurship. We decided whether we're going to, just completely launch our own independent business or if we're going to launch a network marketing business. All of the same concepts still apply. So the first thing that you need to do is say, what is our vision and what is our mission? Positive thing for network marketing is that vision and mission is pretty much already determined for you because that company did it. But when you are doing it on your own, when you are truly out there on your own and launching your own business, you have to determine what your vision is and what your mission is. So get your pen and paper out because we're going to have a little educated moment. We're going to do a lot of educating for the next 15 minutes or so for this broadcast. And this is a series. So I want you guys to make sure that you're tuned in every night for the next couple of weeks as we're building up because we made that power move. We launched into entrepreneurship and we're building it up. Okay, guys? So the first we want to look at the vision. So when you're talking about the vision, your vision and your mission are two totally different things. So the vision is what do you see? What do you see and where are you looking? So it's more about looking ahead. It's that forward-looking statement. So a lot of people who are in financial services, they talk about that forward-looking statement, like when you're looking at different financial reports. So your vision is that forward-looking statement, looking ahead. It outlines your business goals, like exactly where you are headed. So your mission is where you're doing. It's about your day-to-day operations. So again, your vision is looking ahead. What are your goals? Where are you headed? And your mission is how are you operating daily? How are you operating daily? So I'm going to go ahead and say, before you start determining your vision, all right, you want to be sure that you understand what your vision is not. So if you're launching, I talked about jewelry at the beginning of this podcast. If you're talking about that you want to sell jewelry and you're going to be exclusively about accessories, then you don't want to look at clothing. So your vision should not be including clothing into your jewelry boutique. Now, you might want to look at other accessories like belts, scarves, hats, sunglasses. But the first thing that you need to do when you're talking about your vision, when you're looking forward, when you're defining your goals, what is it that you are not going to do? So that's the very first thing. Take that out. You know. So your vision is also, it's future based. All right, where your mission is present based, but your vision is future based, and it's meant to inspire you and to give you the direction as well as everyone that follows you. Whether that's going to be an employee, whether that's going to be a team that you're building. Like this is the vision. This is the vision. So I have for my network marketing company, I tell them all the time that it is a goal. All right. And I tell them this is the goal of our group, our team group. This is my goal as I operate, for them. And that goal is to make sure each and every person on that team meet and exceed their personal financial goals. That's my vision. That's my vision. I love to hear the testimonials of those who fall within my network marketing company, within my lineage that are on my team. I love when I get those calls or when I see those praise reports that they've achieved some form of financial freedom. Financial freedom comes in different forms. It can come into being able to pay for an activity for their child. It can come into being able to pay a utility bill every month. It can come into being able to pamper yourself with a hair appointment or a nail appointment. It can come into being able to make sure all of your bills are met in the month because you were falling short from what your 9 to 5 provided. But that's my vision. That's the goal. It always has been. I've been with this network marketing company for 3 years. I've been building my team for 3 years, and they will tell you all the time. They will tell you all the time that it is to ensure that each and every person on my team, on my downline, meet or exceed, or sometimes I say meet and exceed, but meet or exceed their personal financial goal. That's the vision. That's the vision because that's forward looking, that's future looking. Because I know that I'm going to be an effective resource to make sure that they get that and get whatever it is they need to be able to successfully put in the work to meet that goal. The Chronicles is the same. The Chronicles is the same. I'm still writing out my vision. I'm still testing out my vision. What do I see with the Chronicles? I want us to live our best life. I want everyone who follows the Chronicles to live our best life. But how do I succinctly and adequately state that? And that's what I'm working on with the Chronicles. So once I sold on the vision, once it's solid on the vision, I'm going to be telling you guys that vision. So much is going to be embedded that at the end of the day, you're going to be so pumped and know that you're living your best life that you have no other choice but to win. Because that's what we do. We win because we define our own success. And when we are hitting those different things that we laid out as success factors, we're winning. We're winning. We're winning. Okay, so that's how you're looking at with the vision. It's all about the future. Now, your mission, that's going to focus on the purpose of your brand, and the vision is fulfilling that purpose. So what's the purpose of my brand? So, in my network marketing company, there's a mission statement, and it talks about building confidence and other things, So that's what's happening. We're going to, my vision for my team is all about, each of them being an effective resource to ensure that each and every person on my team meet and exceed their personal financial goals. That's the vision. But we all buy into the mission of the company overall about instilling confidence, giving affordable products, to the masses, changing lives one day at a time. All of that is part of the mission. So when you look at that mission, you want to basically say that, that mission is what's the purpose of this brand? How are we going to operate? What are we going to accomplish with this brand? Okay. So then when you think about, writing, first you're looking at, who's shaping. You're going to write this vision out, but who's shaping that vision? Who is shaping that vision for you? So we're going to look at that and you're going to say the vision statement, that can be, it's not going to be something that you just wake up one morning and it's like, oh, that's my vision. Your vision statement is going to be something where you're going to have a lot of people, that personal board of directors that we talked about, those people, that small circle that you're building, that circle of influence that you are building, that could be your first people who are your stakeholders because they're going to buy into you. They're going to buy into you whatever you do. So when you're developing that vision statement, when you're crafting that vision statement, you're going to have those key stakeholders, those who represent, so many segments of your life and your brand. They're going to be the ones to come in there and help you to craft that vision. And then try it out some. Try it out. In the business class that I took, the business workshop that I took with Texas Wesleyan, one of the things that I liked when that we learned in our class was when you were ready to launch your own business, when you were ready to get ready to go about and you're in your exploratory stage. They talked a lot about going to, if you're doing a brick and mortar, going into the store that has the same type of product or a similar concept to what you want to do and start doing like impromptu focus groups, like asking some of their customers, watching and monitoring the customers, looking at the traffic, looking at what things, at the different product lines that people kind of move their eyes towards. In my direct sales company, I do a lot of shows. And I always like when I see people that I would consider as a competitor for my product. I always pay attention when I'm not super busy. I pay attention to the activity at their tables. I pay attention or their booths. I pay attention to what customers are, going after those respective booths. And then I make sure that I have a lot more of that, out those types of things. I'm always looking. I'm always looking to improve. So when you're looking at that, you're gathering that research. When you're doing your vision statement, that's a part of it. That's part of gathering the research. That's part of doing your due diligence. Because if you don't know where you're going, if you don't have that written out clearly and succinctly, you're not going to get there. Write the vision plain and clear. That's Bible. That's biblical. Write the vision plain and clear. All right. All right. So we talked about that. So now you want to determine how you're going to use that vision statement. How are we using it? So, what role is that vision statement going to serve in the organization? This is the buy-in. My personal opinion with the vision statement is this is the buy-in. Everyone that follow you, whether they're employees or they're members on your team, they're going to follow you. They're following the vision. What is the bigger picture? Where are we going? What is the goal that we are striving for? That vision needs to always be out and in front and centered. And again, because I'm being transparent and where I have my strongest vision is with my direct sales company, with my team. And that is my team can sit there and they have a motto to go with the vision and everything. They can sit there, they can tell you it all because that's the vision. Our motto is our team, it's technically our team mission statement, but we all buy into the mission of the overall company. But the vision, we buy into that. I say a lot, we make it rain in your bank account. All right? Making it rain in your bank account, all that whole concept dives into, it is a leg off of the vision, which is to be an effective resource to help each and every person on my team to meet or exceed their personal financial goal. The only way they're going to meet or exceed their personal financial goal is if they make it rain in their bank account. That's very urban. But that is a way to express it. That is a way to say, this is where we're going. This is where we're going. So I have several friends who have businesses, and they're like, I don't really know what I want to do. I don't really know where I want to go. I know what I don't want to do. Well, that's great. That's the first step in defining what your vision is and what your vision statement is. So start identifying. I challenge everyone listening tonight who is into entrepreneurship. Even if you already have a vision statement, revisit that vision statement to make sure it's still relevant. Revisit that vision statement to make sure that's still the goal that you're striving for. Because we're talking about the future. We're looking at the future. So write it out and say, is this where I am going with this business? I just made a power move. I'm not going to do this power move blindly. I'm going to do this power move strategically and intentionally. I already built that personal board of directors. I got all that toxicity out of my life. I know how to deal with, when I'm feeling overwhelmed. And most importantly, I've owned my truth. You guys see the connection for all of the episodes that we've already broadcasted. The importance of making sure that our mindset was solid. Because now that we've silenced the noise, we cleared the distractions, we can focus on what's going to truly make our lives the best life possible. So look at your vision statement. If you don't have a vision statement, I challenge you to start drafting it. But the first step of what you're going to do with your vision statement is that you're going to start writing down everything that you are not going to accomplish, everything that is not a part of your goal, everything that's not a part. So once you've identified all of that, now you're going to go and say, now what is it that I want to accomplish? Do I want to be a leading authority into something? Do I want to be well respected? Do I want to be known as the expert? Do I want to see this business changing people's lives? That's what you're going to do. And that's when we're going to get down into the nitty gritty of this is the vision. This is where I see us going. So I want to make sure that I give you guys, because that's really easy to say. And one of the things that I truly dislike a lot of times when you're doing the coach, I'm a strong advocate of getting a coach. You know, you definitely need different coaches. I'm a strong advocate of getting therapists. You know, you definitely need a therapist and so forth. But one of the things that I want to make sure that you guys understand, and where my frustration is that a lot of times we'll get coaches and they'll have all this great grand stuff. This is what it should be like. You know, they're all creative and fancy with these vision statements. And at the end of the day, you're kind of left like, what in the world am I supposed to do? So I'm going to give y'all a couple of examples. I'm pulling this off of HubSpot of some vision statements that we have for some pretty notable companies. All right. So it talks about the vision statement of, here, let me get down here. I want to make sure I give you guys. So it's Alzheimer's Association, a world without Alzheimer's disease. Isn't that great? You see how succinct and definite that is? At the Alzheimer's Association, their vision in the future, what their goal is, what they are striving to, is to have a world free of Alzheimer's. That's an accurate vision. That's an easy vision to follow. Teach for America. One day, all children in this nation will have the opportunity to attain an excellent education. That's what they're striving for. They're striving that there is education equality, that every child has access to excellent education, that there's no difference between your education based on your economic status or based on the neighborhood or based on the state or the country or so forth. That's clear. That's succinct. That's saying what they're striving to do. When they go into work every day and they're doing their job, they're doing that job to feed in and to meet that goal. Creative Commons, realizing the full potential of the internet, universal access to research and education, full participation in culture to drive a new era of development, growth, and productivity. Now, Creative Commons is doing a lot right there, but that's a good vision statement because they know they're doing a lot. They might be doing too much. They might need to listen to the Chronicles. But they're identifying this is our band space. This is our bandwidth. This is what we're going to do. When Microsoft was founded, their vision was a computer on every desk in every home. Now, let me know. Tell me, are you guys like, oh my God, how many of us, we have computers in our home? We go into the office, there's a computer on every one of our desks. Did Microsoft nail it when they were founded? I think they did. That's a great vision. You know, the Australia Department of Health, better health and well-being for all Australians now and for future generations. There you go. When you go to Australia, you're going to be pretty much healthy. You're going to have, a good health care. That's the focus. So I really hope that when we're talking about the vision, next week we'll talk more about the mission statement and defining that mission statement. But as we're talking about the vision, setting that vision, I think that is plenty of homework for you to do as we're building up to have that best life possible. But what is it that you're trying to achieve? Be clear and be succinct. Start it out by writing out everything that you do not want to achieve, everything that will not happen, everything that will not be a part of your brand. Then, once you've figured all that out, then you're going to go and say everything that is about you, everything that is a part of your brand, everything that's going to take you to the next level. What are you going to strive for in your business? You made the power move. You stepped out. You said yes. Now, what is it that you're going to strive for? In direct sales, that's your why. Your vision is your why. So if your why is that you want to be debt-free, then your vision statement needs to be around that. Okay, guys? So I pray that tonight's episode really got you charged up. I am so pumped about this next series of topics that I'm just excited to share this knowledge, to bring the research, and to make sure that we all are living our best lives possible. So I am just pumped. I hope you're just as pumped up as I am. Otherwise, y'all are listening to me in late evening hours in America, um, just being excited, right? So next week, I look forward to talking to you guys in more depth about the mission statement. How do we develop the mission statement for our business? Then after we go from the mission statement, we're going to go right into the different elements of a business plan. So a SWOT analysis, a marketing strategy, the financials. So we're going to walk through this entire concept. So we're going to make sure that we're living our best life possible with entrepreneurship. And then we'll go into another series of topics before we start bringing in our guests. So I hope you have a wonderful night. I hope you enjoyed tonight's episode. Be sure to share this episode with your network, with your friends, and contact me. Reach out to me and let me know what you think and give me some topic ideas. I'd be happy to talk into more detail about anything that you guys would like to talk about. All right, my email is angel@angelrally.com. So thank you, and I will see you guys talk to you guys rather next week. Good night.
Thank you for tuning in. Remember, you define your own success. Believe you can do it, build a solid foundation, know your circle, and soar. Until next time.